Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my March favorites. I don't have as many items as I did last month, but there are still a little bit more than what I thought there was going to be. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to mention is this beautiful palette by Anastasia. Now I have not used this the whole month of March, but once I started using it, I couldn't put it down, and I have it on today, and it's the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. These colors are so gorgeous. They're so beautiful. They're so pigmented. They're easily blendable. There is a little bit of fallout with each of these shades, but it's not so extreme that you would not want to use the palette. I would suggest that you put on this eyeshadow prior to putting on your foundation. That's usually how I try to do it anyway, but these colors are just gorgeous. And like I said, I haven't really used it the whole month of March, but once I picked it up, I just could not put it down. So anyway, I've really been loving this palette. Another thing that I have been using quite often is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula, and this is in Deep. This bronzer, number one, smells phenomenal. I love the way it smells. It smells like you're on a beach. And it has such a beautiful tone to it. I'll go ahead and swatch it for you so you can see, but it's just a beautiful tone bronzer. I did buy the original Butter Bronzer, and I think it was just in like the medium bronze, but then my friend Jules told me that they sold Deep, so I went ahead and bought the Deep, and I absolutely love it, and I've been using it nonstop. But this is the Butter Bronzer here, and it's just gorgeous. I don't know if I mentioned this in my last favorites, but if I did, then you know how much I love it because it's in this month's favorites. So yeah, the next thing that I have been using quite often, and I didn't do a tutorial on these or anything when I got them during the holidays, and I think if I'm not mistaken they're still available, and if they are, I'll go ahead and list that down below. But it's the Natasha Denona Holiday 1 and Holiday 2 palettes. I have been using these nonstop. They give such a beautiful look to the eyes, and you can use these together in conjunction with each other or just use them separately. Now there's not a transition shade in these, which is okay with me because I've got quite a few shadows to choose from as far as transition shades, but these palettes are so good and I've been using them quite often. I want to mention another new item that I have been actually trying like half the month of March, but I love it. It's the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury, and it's this here. And basically what it is it's not a foundation, but you can actually use it on your skin without putting foundation on. So it just kind of gives a glow to the skin, and I have mine in the number 6. And I love this. What I do is I either mix it with the foundation or actually just like, it comes with this little doe foot. I actually just put it like on the tops of my cheeks, on my forehead where I want some glow. And I'm telling you, I love this stuff. I have it on today. It just gives a really healthy glow to the skin. And I'll swatch a little bit for you so you can see. It's just so pretty, and it's just so glowy, and it doesn't have like that shimmery look to it. It's more of a wet look. So this is it right here. You see, it's like more of a wet look to the skin. It's not so like shimmery. So I've been really loving that. I've only used it a few times, but every time I use it, I fall more and more in love with it. So I really, really like this. Okay, so I have been using this primer nonstop. I have tried the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. So I bought that primer, and then I bought this primer, and I don't know, guys, this primer just kind of trumped the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer for me. The Pore Minimizing Primer still got me a little bit more oily in the T-zone. It really didn't do much for my pores. So I went ahead and bought this one. It's the Rimmel Stay Matte Mattifying Makeup Primer. And this primer I have been using nonstop in my T-zone. It's a shine controlling, pore minimizing, hydrating feel, smooth skin, and it does all of that. And this is so inexpensive. It was just a great buy, and I'm telling you guys, this works. So I stopped using the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. Now, my aunt had called me, my Aunt Nancy. She called me and wanted to know what would be pore minimizing and mattifying in that area, because she had a little more enlarged pores than what she wanted. Well, we don't want enlarged pores, obviously. But she was experiencing that, and I told her about the Smashbox, and now I regret it because the Smashbox is way more expensive than this. And so, Aunt Nancy, if you're watching, this is what you need. Take back the Smashbox and get you some of this stuff because it's so much better and it's so much more reasonably priced than the other one. So yeah, this has been a great asset to my makeup collection. So there is a foundation that I've been loving, and there's some things that I don't like about it, but for the most part, I really enjoy it. It's the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizer, and it's an SPF 50. This, I truly love this, okay guys? It would not be my favorites if I did not like it. The only thing I don't like about this is it doesn't last. I have used it with the Rimmel, I have used it with different primers. It just doesn't last all day. And in my line of work, I am in and out of the office, and most of the time when I'm out of the office, I'm in the elements. So I need something to just kind of stay all day, but provide that SPF 50 and just be a tint, not too makeup-y, not too, you know, not too much foundation. And so this I still use during the day, even though it kind of fades away throughout the day. What I've done is I've actually just carried a powder and just powdered my skin throughout the day, because this does not, it just fades. But it doesn't fade like quickly. It fades probably about 4 to 5 hours into the day. So I still use it, but like I said, I was hoping that it would last all day because I really like it. And IT Cosmetics is known to have like some really good products, but I didn't like their CC cream, and I didn't like their other tube foundation. I can't remember what it was. And this one I wanted to try because it does have a moisturizer in it. So it was like a, you know, a real quick, get ready type of foundation. And yeah, so I'm still gonna use it. I just like to powder it throughout the day to give a little bit more coverage because it has faded. But it's still a good foundation if you're looking for something that's almost full coverage but doesn't look full coverage, has the moisturizer in it, and also has the SPF 50, which I absolutely love. So yeah, this is good to have on hand. Now the foundation powder that I've been using to actually touch up throughout the day, or even to set my foundation, is the Studio Matte Fix Powder in C6. It's this color here. And I have been loving this to set my foundation, to actually touch up. And what I do is I don't take a big powder brush. I'll take a smaller brush. Let me see if I can find the brush that I use. So I take this type of brush and I just dip it in there, and then I just kind of powder in the areas where I want a little more coverage. And it just helps my makeup stay in place. It looks really pretty on the skin, and I really like it. And I've actually had this for a long time, and I decided to go ahead and pull it out to start using it again. And I really love it. I love it. And it just gives the right amount of coverage, and it's not too heavy. And yeah, I love it. And you can also wear this on its own. If you just want like just a wash of color with a little bit of coverage, you can just use this on its own. Like during the summer, it works perfectly. Okay, so the concealers that I have been using nonstop, and I just got these like at the beginning of March, and look, they're already, look how far down they are. I have been loving, you guys know that I love the Maybelline Instant Rewind Concealer. But here lately, they just came out with new colors out in their line. And so I went ahead and picked up Sand, which I love for the under eyes, and I picked up Golden. And Golden is what I actually use to just touch up, like, you know, acne scarring, hyperpigmentation, you know, any red spots. I use this as just like a, you know, a little bit like to just conceal those areas. And so I really like these. I'm so happy that they came out with other colors. They also came out with some darker shades. And I know that, you know, people are going to be really happy because they came out with so many more colors of these. But this is just a really good drugstore concealer that you can buy that's full coverage under the eyes, and it stays put, and I love it. So you guys know that I love this. But like I said, I got it in 2 new colors. I think before I wore like either light medium, medium, neutralizer, and then now they have sable and golden, and I love these. Okay, for bronzer, I've had this for a while. It's the CoverFX bronzer, and it's in the color Sunset. And you can tell I've had it for a while. Look at that. It's just kind of the little wrapping or the labeling has come off. But this is a beautiful bronzer. It's a liquid bronzer. Comes with a little dropper. And I'm going to show you what the shade is. It's called Sunset. And what I do is I'll use this, dab my finger in it, and then just put it in those areas where I want bronzing. And it just, it's so beautiful. And it's more of a darker tone bronzer. You can do a little bit of contouring with it, and that's usually what I do. I'll just put it right here and then here, and sometimes on my chin, and just kind of bring it down. But this is it right here. Look how pretty that is. And I'll just use like my beauty sponge, dip it in there, and then just blend it all in those areas. But I really like this bronzer, and I'm so glad that I pulled it out of my makeup stash and started using it again, because I really like it. Okay, so I've got 3 more items, and then actually I've got 4. I've got 4 more items that I want to go over. The one highlighter that I've been using quite a bit in March is the Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in the color Molten Rose Gold. You guys know that I like the Molten Gold highlighter. It's more of a gold shade, but this is a rose gold shade, and it's just so beautiful. It's really gorgeous. And I've been using this quite a bit in the month of March. These things are so pigmented too. Look at that. Look how pigmented that is. Now, I would say go in with a brush. You can even use your finger, but just slightly, because look at that. Just slightly dab it onto your cheekbone. But I love this, guys, and it's rose gold. That's just so beautiful. It's just a beautiful color for spring. Or anytime really, but it just looks really nice on the skin. It's just gorgeous. So some blushes that I have been using quite a bit, they're by MAC. They're in this Z palette here. They're all here on the bottom row, and I have been using these blushes quite a bit. One is External Sun. The other one is Sweet as Cocoa. This one is called Forma, and this one is called Margin. And I'll swatch them for you so you guys can see. But Margin is more of like, has a kind of like a nude tone, but it has a sheen to it. It's not really like a highlight color, but it does have a sheen to it. And then Forma is just a beautiful, kind of like a bronzy red shade, and it has a sheen to it as well. And Sweet as Cocoa is like a brown color, just a beautiful deep brown color, and that has a sheen to it as well. And the only one that does not have a sheen is the Eternal Sun. Eternal Sun's just more like a peachy pink color, and it's just, they're so beautiful. Okay, so here's Margin, Forma, Sweet as Cocoa, and Eternal Sun. But those are the blushes that I have been reaching for like nonstop. I'll use either one of them by itself, or I'll kind of mix 2 together, and I've just been loving them. And I've had those for quite a long time. I just decided, you know what, I need to start using stuff that I've had and, you know, put it to good use, because I've got a lot of stuff that I've purchased new that I want to try, but then I have a lot of old stuff that I really like and I forget about. So yeah, I started using these, and like I said, I've been using them nonstop. All right, so I have a shadow here that's by Chanel that I have used, and I absolutely love it because it's so easy. You just put it on with your finger, or you can use a brush, and it's just a one-stop shop kind of deal. I mean, you just put it on and put a little bit of mascara on and, you know, some blush and some lipstick, and you're good to go. So it doesn't take a lot of time. I love shadows like this because if I'm in a hurry, this is what I want to use. So this one that I have that I've been using quite a bit is New Moon by Chanel. So it comes in like this little pot here, and this is the color here. It's just a gorgeous kind of bronzy, I would say more of like a bronzy toned. It has like a little bit of pink in it, but not much. So let me swatch it for you so you can see how it looks on the eye once you stick your finger in there and use it. It's so gorgeous. It has like this shimmer to it, but I absolutely love it. Look at that. And that would be so beautiful like in the summer when you're like just want a quick bronzy look. You get this and you put it on your eyelids. Like I said, you can use just a brush or you can use your finger. Honestly, using your finger allows it to have a little bit more pigmentation. You don't lose that. When you use your finger, it's just, look how beautiful it comes out. So yeah, this has been one of my favorites, and it's just been a go-to for me this month. Okay, the last thing I want to bring up are these No. 7 Instant Results Revitalizing Hydrogel Eye Masks. So they look like this. I purchased these at Target. They come with five of these. So there's 5 of these little packets here, and inside are the under eye hydrogels. And basically what you do is just put them on and you leave them on for 10 to 15 minutes. So before I put my foundation on, I'll put these underneath my eyes. Then I'll do my eye makeup, my eyeshadow, my brows, everything. And then once I'm done, it's about 15 minutes, then I go and take them off, you know, massage whatever's left on your eye, just massage it into your under eye area, and this stuff works. It's like, it says instant results. It's not kidding. It's very powerful, so it's very good. So I only use these like if I'm gonna go like out on a date night with my husband, or I'm gonna go like, you know, just to some function where I just want to look alive, and like my skin under here, make it look a little bit tighter, a little bit firm, and you know, just a lot nicer. Then I'll go ahead and use these, and I have been loving these. I just recently purchased some other under eye masks, and I'm gonna try and do a haul of a bunch of stuff that I've recently purchased. I just haven't had time, guys. I've been super busy, and so my life has been like going 100 miles an hour with a lot of stuff that I have to do, and so I just haven't had time to just like really sit down and talk to you guys and let's show you what, you know, what I purchased, or you know, maybe do some more makeup tutorials. I just haven't had time to do it. So but I am gonna get better, hopefully starting in April, because April there's a lot of stuff going on until mid-April for me. And once that's over and done with, then I can just relax and start doing more videos. But I do want to do a haul here in the next couple of weeks or so. And I just filmed also a, it's kind of a get ready with me, but it's using new products, and I wore them throughout the day. I tested them throughout the day, and I did film that. So I'm gonna edit that and put that out for you guys as well. But either way, I hope you enjoyed all of these favorites of mine. I hope that these types of videos are helpful in some way to let you know what I have tried and what I've been loving for the month of March. And you know, just in case that you guys might see something that you want to try. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you being here. I hope that you guys had a great Easter. So yeah, have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.